Hello friends, David Day and Adenigba here. It's good to have us all once again. This is the second episode of the personal development class, the Evo 1.0 2025 program. Alright, in our last episode we discussed on finding you. That's a question of identity. Who am I? Alright, and I believe that you truly received value and you began to work on the different principles discussed in that last episode. Alright. In recap, you need to understand that your identity should be tied to things that cannot change, not to things that can change. All right, and the only thing that cannot change is God and His Word. So, hence, I gave us an assignment to go and check through the scriptures and see the different things that the Lord has declared and called you. And hence, these are the things you ought to tie your identity to as a believer. All right, so today we are going to be discussing a very, very important topic. And this topic can actually be a game changer for someone, all right, in leading a productive life, leading a purposeful life, leading a life of an achiever. All right, so we are going to be discussing on the topic leading a productive life. Leading a productive life. All right, that's the secret of achievers. I need to say this, all right. I'm not coming to us today as a minister, but as a life coach. All right, so and there's a need for you to know the divide. And either ways, I'm not so much dressed as a minister today because I want to be a bit personal with us. All right, so today we're going to be discussing leading a productive life, the secret of achievers. So that everyone you know today that has achieved something great, a great milestone in life, a great feat, as the case may be now, what is their secret? All right, what is the secret of leading a productive life? Now, let me ask you this question. Have you ever wondered, really? Have you ever wondered how people, achievers now, are able to achieve so much within 24 hours? All right, how some certain set of people are able to achieve a whole lot just within 24 hours. I was so intrigued at the time when one of my mentors from afar, as it is now, achieved quite some very great milestone within a very short period of time, and then I begin to think about it by what strategy could actually make for this kind of productivity. All right. If at all some of us might know the person released the movie, the person just within a short span of time also released the song, the person was planning a particular conference, even like everything was just working effectively and concurrently, as the case may be now, right? So that after the movie, the song is coming out, after the song, the conference, and then everything was just working together. And I asked myself the question, by what system really is this person able to lead this level of productivity? All right. So there's a secret to everything, and what you don't know, as I've said, is bigger than you. So hence there's a need for you to know things, know the secret of productive people, so that you yourself can also lead a productive life. All right, are you excited? Yes, I believe so. Just before we get into the discourse of today, I want to talk about intentionality very quickly. Intentionality, and on that I would like to discuss it around one of the principles of life. I told us at taught previous edition of a whole program. I taught some of the participants the principles of life. All right, I'm just going to pick one of it and discuss around the area of intentionality. And that principle is called the principle of cause and effect. The principle of cause and effect. And it states that nothing just happens, either positive or negative. Nothing just happens. Every effect has a cause to it. All right, so everything you see in life today, every single effect, all right, things you desire, things you don't even desire, as the case may be now, every single effect you see in life has a cost to it. So nothing just happens. And there are two major sources to anything in life. The cost to anything in life, there are two major sources. It can either be physical and it can be spiritual. So whatsoever course you're looking at, there's a need for you to know which aspect, which source is actually responsible for the different aspect of result, different aspect of productivity or effect that you desire or do not desire. Because how you change it determines what causes it. All right, or rather what causes it determines how you change it. So if it's a physical cause and you begin to employ spiritual resource as it is now towards that physical effect, you may be at a disadvantage because you are employing a wrong tool, all right, for a wrong cause, as the case may be. Are you getting this now? So that if at all, for example, there's water spillage on the floor, and then you began to pray that, oh God, please ensure that this water is cleaned up, this water is dried up, it doesn't make sense. All right, because that is a physical cause. Either you have a child at home and the child spilled the water on the floor, and then the next thing to do is to go get him up and clean the water, and then you begin to pray. It's not. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Right now, there are some cases that are also spiritual. For example, a person might be experiencing delay in his or her life. You can be sure that after employing all the physical principles and laws that and it seems as though things are not working, there is a need for you to go the spiritual route. All right, I've told us every now and then, time and again, that life is spiritual. Hence, the foundation of life is spiritual. But either ways, there is also a natural cost to things, and you don't want to employ the spiritual tools for something that is natural. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Yes, this is very important. So I'm trying to drive home the point of intentionality. How that nothing just happens. Every single thing that happens or that will happen must have a cost to it. All right, if your life will change, if your life will go the upward tangent, if your life will be productive, there is a need for you to put in some level of intentionality to it. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Yes. If you are getting it, you can drop it on the comment section. Let me be sure. This is very important and vital, because if you are ever going to lead a productive life, you must come to a place of intentionality that this is what I want. I want to lead, I want to live a productive life. All right. So very quickly, let's get into the business of the day. All right. So the purpose majorly of this talk today is we want to explore how to truly lead a productive life. So that's what we want to explore today. So not just being busy, because being busy doesn't equal productivity. Are you getting this now? Being busy here and there, doing many things doesn't equal productivity. So hence, how do you lead a productive life? This is very important. All right. So I will be discussing this topic in 3 subheading or under 3 subheading very quickly. Number 1 is what to do. Number 2 is how to do it. And number 3 is who to do it. Now, these are the 3 major important when it comes to achieving any great thing in life. Number 1 is what to do. Number 2 is how to do it. Number 3 is who to do it. Now, I kind of draw a chart around this so that it will be very easy to comprehend. All right, a rectangular, rather triangular shape. All right, so at the top of it we have what to do. All right, then into brackets you can put goals and visions. Goals and visions. So on the left corner you can put how to do it. How to do it. How to do it, that's the principles, the guiding principles of whatsoever you want to do. So under that you can put principles. And then on the right hand side you can put what to do. What to do, that's the question of character. All right, so you can put into parentheses character. All right, now this is actually an original as it is now. I sat down and then I just thought about the 3 major aspects, all right, of leading a productive life. And I tagged it Achievers Triagon. All right, Achievers Triagon. One thing I actually discovered is that, most great people in life, people that actually lead a indelible mark in history, as the case may be now, many at times always attach their names to some of their milestones as it is, so that they can be remembered for it. All right, but either ways, I was just thinking about this, and I was like, okay, should I put Davis trigon? The word trigon means three-sided polygon. I know we understand that, right? Three-sided polygon. So triangle is a three-sided polygon, and I was just thinking, okay, should I name it Achievers trigon, or I should name it Davis trigon? But as the case may be, just watch out. I'm going to be releasing a book on this very soon, and watch out, you may need to get it. It's going to be more comprehensive than this talk, and hence it will help you lead a productive life. All right, so what to do, how to do it, and who to do it. Now these three things are equally important. These three things are equally important. What to do is as important as how to do it. How to do it is as important as who to do it. Are you getting this now? Who to do it is as important as how to do it as well. So everything is equally important. So you don't want to focus on just one aspect and then neglect the other side. Because for you to actually come to that place of balance, these three things need to be in place. What to do, how to do it, and who to do it. The place of your goals, the place of the guiding principles, and the place of character. So very quickly, let's discuss on what to do. What to do. All right. There is a principle I personally use, and I also employ us to also work by. I'm going to be just saying something about it briefly. All right. On setting goals. All right. And as the case may be now, visions. All right. There is something called the SMART goal. The SMART goal. If I told you you've heard of it, you might want to drop it on the chat box. What do you understand by SMART goal? All right. What do you understand by SMART goal? If I told you you've ever come across it, what does it mean? Because these are acronyms, and it's not just saying SMART as to smart, all right, but SMART as to an acronyms that spells out different ways to set a SMART goal. I believe we understand what I mean. All right, so and SMART is still SMART, but either way, it's still an acronym, because many people set goals, but their goal may not be smart enough. But there is how to set a SMART goal. All right. So very quickly, let's check setting SMART goal. Number one, the S there. So you might want to write this down, in a vertical way. So the SMART, SMART. That's SMART. The S there means specific. The M means measurable. The A means achievable. And the R means relevant. Then lastly, the T means time-based or time-bound. Alright, this is very important. If at all you are going to set a goal, alright, the goal must first of all be specific. What do you want to achieve? What exactly do you want to achieve? Because there are some people that can just be all over their head and they'll be like, oh, I want to be great in life, I want to be an achiever. The question is, what exactly do you mean by that? What are the goals you have on ground that you want to achieve? So you need to be specific. All right. Now, being specific is not just, I want to be great in life. I want to be great in life is not a goal. All right. But you'll be more specific when you say possibly you are a person into fashion, all right, into fashion industry. So setting a specific goal is to say, I want to be one of the best fashion designers before 2030. Now that goal is specific because there is a time to it before 2030, so you know you have a time frame. All right, there is a specific goal which is to be one of the best in that field. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now possibly one of the first 10, one of the first 3, as the case may be, now possibly within your region, as the case may be. So that is what it means to be specific. Don't just go about having an ambiguous goal and the goal doesn't have a framework around it. There needs to be a specific goal you are working towards. All right. So make your goal specific, make it narrow. All right, for more effective planning. Any goal that you cannot plan around is not a goal. It's not specific enough. So number 2 is it must be measurable. It must be measurable. So make sure your goal and progress are measurable. This is very, very important. Your goals must be measurable. All right, in the sense that you've been able to break down that goal into different aspects of implementation, as the case may be. So hence you might start with initiating, whereby you sit down, or yes, you sit down and begin to ideate, thinking about the different things you want to bring to the table, all right, things that are not done before, that are not in the industry before, and then things you want to bring on board. This is called ideating. And then you might want to start your planning, that is breaking those goals down into specific tasks. All right, so this is what to do, this is how to do it. First of all, I need to gather a team together. First of all, I need to get an outlet. All right, so you must know how you need to break down those goals into specifics, all right, in implementation. This will make your goal measurable, so that every day to day you know that you are doing one thing step at a time in achieving that goal. So it is measurable. You can know that you've actually accomplished 20% of that goal. You can know if truly you have achieved up to 50%, as the case may be now. It needs to be measurable. All right. Number 3 is it needs to be achievable. Your goals has to be achievable. That's why I said you don't just need to come around with some ambiguous goal, as the case may be. All right. It truly doesn't make sense. All right. I really don't want to give some example, because it may look as though you are being belittled. All right, but that's not the case. But the truth is that you need to think about it and see the factors that are around you. All right, I'm a minister of God. I believe in the powerful act of God in actually working things out. But now I'm just speaking logically. All right, that there are some things that logically does not make sense. For example, you can, someone waking up the next day and be like, okay, I want to be president tomorrow. It's not achievable. By what means? By what principle? All right. Do you want to, even if you are going to set up a coup and then dethrone the presidency, as the case may be now, in whatever nation? All right. So either ways, there still need to be a time for planning. Only you cannot just go there one day and say you want to start up a coup or something. It doesn't make sense. So hence your goal must be achievable. It must be achievable. All right. So make sure that you can reasonably accomplish your goal within a certain time frame. Very important. Ensure it is achievable. All right. So the next one, which is R, it needs to be relevant. It needs to be relevant. So your goals should align with your values and long-term objectives. It must be relevant. Now, when we talk about relevance, not only relevant to you, but even to the recipient of that, the accomplishment of that goal. All right, it needs to be relevant. For example, now there are some society that if at all you bring about your product to such kind of society, they may not need it. Possibly is against their culture, is against their tradition. So hence, whatever, even if the vision is something great, is something wonderful, but the truth is that within the society you find yourself, that goal might not be relevant. So hence, relevant need to, when we talk about relevance, you need to first of all factor in your values, number one, and also the community, the society, or the recipient of whatsoever vision that you want to accomplish. All right. So the next one is it needs to be time-based. Time-based. Set a realistic but ambitious end date. All right, to clarify tasks, prioritization, and increase motivation. So you need to set a realistic, but make it ambitious, as the case may be now. All right, end date to clarify text, prioritization, increase motivation. That is, ensure that you make enough room in accomplishing that goal. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Yes, it can be ambitious, but either ways, ensure that it is something that is also, that can be accomplished, that can be achieved within that given time frame. So set a time base to it. All right. So this will also help you in prioritization. This will also help motivate you, so that as you begin to fulfill or accomplish, implement those tasks step by step, time to time, you are also being motivated that you are getting closer to the end of that goal, that vision. All right, and that will be a great motivation. All right, so that is that about what to do. And by the way, let me just go a bit personal and give a personal example of myself. All right, now one thing I do is that at the beginning of every year, all right, possibly before the year began, most of the times I ensure that I set a goal for the new year. all right, a goal for the new year, and I ensure that I set a goal across different aspects of my life. For example, one major aspect of life that I prioritize so much is my spiritual growth. All right, so under that I put God. So hence my relationship with God, my personal time with God is the utmost priority. So for that there is a goal. All right, I want to be more intimate with God more than ever before. I want to walk more in the giftings of the Spirit more than ever before. All right, so these are the many goals I have when it comes to my relationship with God, my spiritual growth. All right, I want to grow in character, I want to grow in tenderness, I want to grow in meekness, and all the rest, which is very important. So this is a major priority for me. All right, so also I have family. So after my spiritual growth, there is family. So there is a goal for family. After family, there is ministry. All right, so there's a goal for ministry. There's that which we have to achieve in ministry. Are you getting this now? After that, I have career and business. After that, then I have relationships. Pardon, please. This may not really apply to you, but the truth is that there are certain. The truth is, people actually flock with people that shares the same value with them. You get what I'm saying? That's the truth. People always flock with people that shares the same value with them. So if at all you have friends that are doing great in life, and it seems as though you focus more on friendship than you focus on your career, you focus on your business, when those people become great in life, they may remember you, but either ways, you will not have the cordial relationship as you may intend it to be, all right, when you started out in life. So hence, there is a need for you to actually prioritize. Now, I'm not saying that there are some times whereby you need to prioritize your relationship above business, above career. There are some times that should be, all right. But I'm saying that when it comes to priority, there are some times you just need to focus more on your career, focus more on your business, because these things are also very important. When it comes to your natural life, and you get what I'm saying. So hence, you need to know how to put a balance to these things. I'm only letting you know that this is how I order it, but either ways, there are some times where I come to a compromise and some things come first and before other things. All right, so there are some times that family, all right, can maybe, I just say maybe now, all right, come in place between you and God. Now, I'm not saying come in place as to disrupt your fellowship with God, disrupt your intimacy with God. I'm saying that possibly you want to spend time with God, you want to fellowship with God, this is your prayer time, and then there's an emergency at the hospital, you need to be there at the moment. All right, so sometimes it's just reasonable for you to go there and then attend to it first, except that you have a leading of the Spirit within you to stay back. And you get what I'm saying? So there are sometimes you come to a compromise around some of these things. So it's not a rigid priority order, but either way, it's something that can work for you. All right. So very quickly, all right. Before we move to the next one, I want to just say something around these goals, setting goals, and all the rest. All right. Now, there are some times you may sit down and then you may logically want to just set out goals, set out things you want to achieve. As much as SMART goal is a great way to actually set goals in life, aside that, there is also a need for you to understand the place of God. This is very important. All right. Let me give you an example of a particular king in the Bible. His name is Jotham. If you check 2 Chronicles chapter 27 verse 6, the Bible says that Jotham became mighty because, so this is a secret, because he prepared his ways before the Lord. So the secret of this man's greatness is not just because he's setting SMART goals, it's because he prepared his way before the Lord. Thank God for SMART goals, but beyond that, there is a need for you to sit down with God and then let God begin to inspire your heart. The Bible says there is a spirit in man, the inspiration of the Almighty giveth him understanding. All right, in the book of Habakkuk chapter 2, the writer says, I will stand upon my word and set myself upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I will answer when I am reproved. Now verse 2 says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that readeth it. He says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak. So either ways, even God is not against SMART goal, because the vision God is giving is saying that there is an appointed time to it. So hence, that goal, that vision is time bound. That vision is specific. That vision is measurable. Are you getting all of these things now? So when we say that you should carry God along, we are not saying that your goal should not be smart, all right? But either way, God first. So when you are planning your 26 goal, as the case may be now, or for the remaining months or days of the year now, there's a need for you to carry God along as much as you're also being smart around it. That is specific, measurable, achievable, right, relevant, and also time bound. So very quickly, because of time, I don't plan for us to take so much time for this session. So I'm going to be discussing how to do it. That is the guiding principles. There is a way to go about things. All right. When it comes to, first of all, even your relationship with God, there is a way for you to actually seek God. The Bible says, "He that cometh to God must believe." That's the principle of believing in God. Are you getting this now? All right. And he's a rewarder of those that diligently seek him. So there's a place of diligence when it comes to seeking God. So you can't expect yourself to get all of God when you're not diligently following Him. So diligence is one of the principles when it comes to your spiritual growth. So across different facets of life, there are guiding principles to achieve visions around those things. When it comes to your career, all right, you have a goal in career. Your career also has its own guiding principles to becoming a success, to becoming an achiever in that career. All right, but I'm just going to give us a generic principles around achieving any goal at all. Number one is prioritization. Prioritization. This is very important, and I can't stress it enough. Prioritization. All right. So not everything in your life is equally important. Not everything in your life is equally important. There are things that hold greater value and importance than other things. You need to know this and know this for good. Because growing up in life, you will discover that many things begin to come across your way, and then you'll be faced with a challenge of what am I to do? All right. So you want to spend time with God. Family is calling you to actually, carry out something. All right. Your friends are calling you that there's a hangout somewhere, you need to be there. And then just many tasks here and there. And then you are faced with the question, what am I supposed to do? That's where prioritization comes in. Not everything in life is equally important at any given time. There are things that are most important than other things. All right, so there are two tools I will give us, two major principles around prioritization. Number one, there is what we call the priority quadrant. A priority quadrant, which is also called the Eisenhower's matrix. Matrix. All right. Eisenhower's happened to be a one-time president in the U.S. All right. His full name is Eisenhower. All right. Quite a name now. I even find it hard to pronounce. All right. So you might want to research about him. He's the one that actually came about this particular matrix. All right. So it's a chart of importance and not importance against urgent and not urgent. All right, so some of these things I believe will be displayed on the screen so that you can see them. So you can also go ahead and do your own personal research around this. Order of importance and not importance against urgent and not urgent. So for things that are important and urgent, there is a need for you to do it, and do it very quickly. Do it fast. If those things are important and they are urgent, get on it as soon as possible. All right? But there are some things that are important and not urgent. They are important, note, but they are not urgent. So for such kind of thing, what you do is that you decide on it. And by deciding, I mean that you have to set it into a schedule. All right? For example, now you have to write a book. Writing a book is important, but is it urgent? Maybe not. All right, so hence you can actually put that into your daily schedule, possibly write a page per day, so that as time goes on, before the year runs out, you know that you've completed a book. Are you getting this now? So this is how it works. If at all you're writing 1 page per day, you are going to write 365 pages in a year, and that's a lot for just one book. Are you getting this now? Yes. So you decide on things that are important and not urgent by putting it in a schedule on your routines. All right. So for things that are not important but they are urgent. Note, they are not important but they are urgent. So for such kind of thing, what you do is that you delegate them. So you have friends, you have people that you know can handle this. They are not important, but they are very urgent as the case may be. So for such kind of thing, just give it to someone that can handle it. All right. So possibly it could be your career, for example. Now, all right. Possibly somebody external is giving you a task to do. All right. Not in your company, not in your organization. You have a task from your organization which is a priority. All right, which is important and which is also urgent. So hence you have to do that. But for some things that a family friend says that this thing is very urgent. All right. Now, is it important? Yes, it is important. But when it comes to you losing your job and then you doing the task of that friend, all right, that family friend, as the case may be, now, which one is most important? All right. So you can lose your job. There is no promise of you getting another one anytime soon. All right, and you just going for your friend and then leaving your organization work, as the case may be now. So for such kind of thing, you can delegate them. It's urgent truly, and you are not trying to belittle, or take for granted the relationship you have with that person. But either way, you need to be wise around these things. So you delegate them. You have a friend that can handle it. The person is not so busy. Delegate to the person. Please do this for me while I handle a more important and urgent task. Are you getting this now? Yes. So we have not important and not urgent. Not important and not urgent. For such kind of thing, just cancel it out. Eliminate it. Delete it. Those things are time wasters. They are time wasters. All right. They are not important. They are not urgent. Cancel it out. All right. So that possibly you have a routine around exercise. You have a routine around, so to say now, possibly a club. All right. You are in a society, as the case may be now, just for something good, either ways, maybe a community, society, and all the rest now. All right. So you have an international, possibly speech, talk, as the case may be now, or something just very important, very urgent, as the case may be. Now, you wouldn't want to forfeit such kind of thing for something not important and not urgent. For such kind of things, you have to apologize to them and tell them, I'm sorry, I will not be able to attend. I will not be able to show up because you have more pressing matters to attend to. All right. So you don't do it out of arrogance. You do this out of respect for those people. All right. And then just move on. Right. Because at the end of the day, it really doesn't add up so much. Right. So yeah. So number 2 tools around this, or principles of prioritization. All right. Number 1, we talked about the priority quadrant, and number 2 is what we call the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule, which is called the Pareto principle. The Pareto principle. Now, it states that this principle suggests that 80% of results comes from 20% of effort throughout your 24 hours in a day. All right, 20% of that hours, the things you do within those 20% is what makes for 80% fulfillment of your day. And you get what I'm saying now? Now, this principle actually applies to many phases of life, even in business. In business, 20% possibly of your clients are the people that actually make for 80% of productivity, 80% of income. This principle applies to almost every aspect of life. So hence, you need to be able to identify that 20% that makes for the 80% productivity. Those are the things you channel your energy more into. Are you getting this now? So you have a business, you have, say now 100 clients, and you know that you have the 20 big clients, as the case may be now, that are always patronizing your business, bringing in huge revenue for the business and all the rest. You need to prioritize them. All right, they are not just any client. As much as you are not trying to be unjust, unfaithful, and all the rest. Now I'm not teaching you to be biased. Please note, there's a difference between the two. I'm not teaching you to be biased, but I'm saying that you need to understand or know what is more of a priority and understand how to, treat such kind of things. And you get what I'm saying? So as much as you have a system for, customer relations, customer service, and all the rest now, right? But there are some people that hold a stake in your company, All right, so as you want to treat those people with more importance, with more reverence, as the case may be. But either ways, you still have a general customer relation, and all the rest. All right, so now let's come back to prioritization. So that you have a task for the year, you have a goal for the year, there is a need for you to employ either of these two guiding principles. All right, number one is the priority quadrant, or rather the Pareto principle. So either of these two principles are very important for you to employ. All right, so to the next one, we have the principle of planning and time management. The principle of planning and time management. All right, this is also as important. Any goals without a plan is a mere wish. Any goal at all, if you have a goal, this is what I want to achieve, but there is no plan around it, what you're just doing is you only have a wish, not a goal. It's going to be a goal truly, it's going to be a vision truly when you plan around it. Are you getting this now? Yes, this is very important. So having a productive day, having a productive week, having a productive year, as the case may be now, all right, is not what you wish for, is what you work towards intentionally. Is what you work towards intentionally. So you don't just wish to have a productive day, you work towards it intentionally. Now, this is a strategy I use personally. All right. So what I do is that I have a goal for the year. I plan out each quarter of the year. All right. And then I plan for each month. I plan for every week. And then I have a schedule for every day. Now, you also might want to employ this strategy too. So I have a goal for the year. Then this goal, ensure that you plan it out, all right, in the 4 quarters of the year. So the first quarter, there's a set of goals you want to achieve. The second quarter, there's a set of goals you want to achieve. So whenever I'm doing my review, whenever I'm doing my callback, and then I begin to review my productivity against my plan, I do it, is it quarterly now, right? So hence I begin to check after the first 3 months of the year, okay, how far have I gone? Was I able to achieve all my goals for this first quarter and all the rest? Right, so hence I have a goal for the first quarter. Now this goal, there are 3 months in a quarter, hence I divide it into the 3 months. All right, so having divided it, then I begin to plan for every single week in each month. So hence, this is a new week. What am I doing in this month, in this week? What am I doing? All right, so this week I have a goal. Then within the week, what are the things I need to do every day, and at what time? All right, to achieve this goal. This is very, very important. So that's what you do around planning and time management. So hence, what are the tools to employ? You need a to-do list. You need a to-do list. This is very important, and I can't stress this enough. All right, you may want to go the physical means of getting a sticky note, all right, or having a book dedicated to it. The plans, the things, the schedules you want to accomplish per day, ensure you write it down. All right. Productive day is not something you wish, it's something you work towards intentionally. All right, so have a to-do list, and then you might want to also use the digital method. All right, get an application that can help you with that. There's this application. I'm not doing a free advert now, but either way, it has helped me to some extent, and hence I'm speaking about it. But I'm going to be telling some of the participants were involved privately. All right, so I don't want to put it out there either ways. Now it's a general platform and many people might know it, but either ways I'm not doing a promotion. All right, so hence you might want to just get any app that works well with you and then use it for your to-do list. All right, so number 3 thing around the principles, what or how to do it, how to accomplish your vision. We talked about prioritization, we talked about planning and time management. Then we have the energy management. This is very important. Not many people know this. Energy management. You are not as effective, you are not as efficient at every hours of the day. Hence, you need to know when you are most active, when you are most efficient. All right. So hence, the 20% of your daily tasks need to be allocated for this time range when you are most effective. All right. So I said everybody has different energy quotient. all right, at different time. Understand your peak energy time and work with it. Some people are more productive in the night hours. They barely sleep. They are just all awake, and then their eyes is open, just doing many things that just distract them, watch movies, wake up, eat in the midnight, and all the rest. Some people do it. All right. So if at all you find yourself in that category, it's not really bad as it is. Only that you are just more productive, more efficient at that time. So hence, most of your productive time should be channeled into it, or productive tasks rather need to be channeled into that time range. Now, am I saying that you have to do your organization work in the night? All right, and the societal system does not afford you that luxury. All right, so the time to work is still between 9 to 5. So if at all you say you are not productive within that time range, you can't explain that out to your manager, to your employer, as the case may be. Are you getting this now? So hence, there is also an option or a means to actually help yourself to be more productive, all right, within that productive time range that is allocated to you by your organization. So 9 to 5 is when we are working, hence channel most of your energy into that time range. Are you getting what I'm saying? So this is very important. Even in marriage, for example, there are some husbands that are mostly active in the midnight. They focus more in the midnight, and then their wife, as the case may be, may try to get their attention in the middle of the day, and the man is just here and there, isn't settled and all the rest. All right, he's more productive in the night. If you want to talk to him, ensure that you wait for his productive time, and then he will be able to reason out some things with you. This is very important. All right. So this principle will help you balance work, rest, and self-care. All right. This principle of energy management will help you manage or balance work with your rest and also your self-care. All right. This is very, very important. Now, the last one is the principle of focus. How to avoid distractions. Distraction is just there. It's always there before you. But the fact is that productive people knows how to actually avoid distraction. All right. There's something called the Pomodoro techniques. All right. I hope I'm calling the name well now. The Pomodoro techniques. Either ways, I'm not so vast in the use of this. All right. But I believe it's a technique that I've worked with many people. All right. One of the things we always promote in Evolve is you need to understand what we call self-mastery. That is understanding what works well for you. Are you getting this now? What works for you may not work for every other people, but hence know what works for you, build yourself around it, and be efficient with it. Are you getting this now? So this Pomodoro principle, it divides work into intervals. So if you have a lineup of work to achieve in a day, all right, so pick one single task, all right, focus on that single task for about 25 minutes. After 25 minutes, you can take time off for 5 minutes to do some things, just relax and then get yourself distracted. Then come back to it again, all right, the next 25 minutes, take another break for 5 minutes. Are you getting this now? I think after you've done that for about 4 consecutive times, then you can go on a long break of possibly 15 minutes, right, or 10 minutes as the case may be now. So this will also help your efficiency, because if at all you just focus on a single task for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours as the case may be now, it can tell on your mental state. That's why many people have what we call mental stress. All right, because you are so focused on just one single task, and then your brain is already giving you that sign of, see, I'm tired, you need to rest. Right, but you are just like the wall, you are the fire. You don't want to, give in and productive. Listen to me, give yourself rest. All right, rest. I do tell some of my people very close to me that sometimes when I tell you that I am busy, actually what I'm doing is resting, because it's part of my daily tasks. Are you getting this now? So hence, if at all you want me to do something and I'm resting, I will tell you I am busy. I'm busy doing what? Busy resting. All right, because now I understand the place of sacrifice, how that there are sometimes you need to go out of your convenience, either to show up for people, to help them in certain cases. I understand that aspect. That's where priority rather also comes in. All right, so which one is most important? Is it my mental state, my rest, and all the rest? Because the truth is that if at all they bring a problem to you, you cannot be efficient, you cannot effectively solve it if you are not in a right mental state. Are you getting this now? So this is very, very important. All right. So one of the ways to also help you avoid distraction and to focus is by reducing your digital distractions. Notifications are coming in. There's this new movie you just have to watch and all the rest. So you are working, all of a sudden there's a notification, you pick your phone, and then all of a sudden a WhatsApp message came in, and then you begin to engage the person. You are distracted. You're distracted already. All right. So what you do is that for the next 25 minutes, you have a single task you want to accomplish. Focus on that task. Shun away distraction. Give that 25 minutes for it. You want to read a book, spiritual book, books around leadership, books around personal development, as the case may be. Shut down your phone. Put it on airplane mode. All right. If any call comes in, possibly vibration and all the rest. But if at all you can afford that, all right, you are not the call kind of person now. You can actually put it on airplane mode. Read the book for 25 minutes. After you're done, get back to your phone. Just distract yourself for the next 5 minutes and then come back to it. Listen to me. You will be more effective. You will be more efficient. You will be more productive that way. All right. That's very important. Because of our time, I'm going to go to the last one, which is who to do it. I told us what to do is as important as how you do it. How you do it is as important as who to do it. So who is this person that actually wants to accomplish this vision? All right, that's a place of character, which is very, very important and vital. Character. One major character you must have as an individual to be productive is sincerity. Sincerity. You can fool many people, you can fool people around you, you can deceive people, but you cannot deceive yourself, or should not deceive yourself. Because there are some people that find themselves in such category, deceiving their own self. It's foolishness of the highest order, I'm sorry to say, but that's the truth. All right? So even Paul said, foolish Galatians, who am I? Blessed be God. All right. So you need to be sincere. That's the truth. Now, I'm not trying to be condescending or abusive. All right. I'm only saying what it is, because it takes some level of foolishness for someone to deceive himself. So that this is a glaring reality right in the face of you, and then you are shy away from it, as the case may be now. Right. So number 2 is humility and teachability. Humility and teachability. Please, I beg you in the name of God, don't let your arrogance get in the place of your productivity. Don't let it get in the place of your growth, either spiritually, personal development and all the rest. Don't let your arrogance get in the place. All right. So number 3 is integrity. Integrity. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Do what you mean and mean what you do. Now, I'm not saying that you are doing things in an arrogant way, not listening to people. I'm saying that you are both intentional about every single of your action, every single of your words. So I'm going to come to your house at 2 p.m. Ensure it is that 2 p.m. All right. I'm going to perform this task before tomorrow. Ensure you do that. Now, either ways, let me just give out this or leave out this space, because either ways, the place of priority is also one of the things. Right, as we are, because every single one of us, we are also growing, we are also getting better, we are evolving into a better version of ourselves. So as you begin this journey, there are some times whereby you may give your word at instance and then you may not be able to fulfill it. But either ways, take responsibility for it. I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill this task because of this and this. There are other more pressing priorities, so I couldn't show up for this. So be accountable and be responsible for every single of your action. Number 4 is discipline. Discipline. All right. Discipline is you doing something, going head on it. All right. Even if it's convenient or not, you are just keen to it. Is it convenient? Yes. Is it not convenient? As the case may be, whatsoever, I'm just all into this and I'm doing it. That's discipline. Discipline. But I always say this: it's better to have a structure, all right, around what you do than just being disciplined around it. Because there are some times that you may not be motivated enough, you may not even have that discipline. But if you have a structure around you, structure of accountability, people that will keep you in check, all right, sometimes you may be tired, but you will think about the people that you've told about these things, the people that you are accountable to, and then you just get up and say, I must not disappoint these people. So having a structure around this also helps a lot. So hence, if you don't have a mentor, if you don't have people you are accountable to, please ensure that you work towards it. It's very important. All right. So the next one is focus, and then the last one is tenacity. tenacity, ability to just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. All right, don't stop, keep learning, keep developing yourself, keep getting better. This is the secret of productive people. All right, let me leave you with this final word, this final motivation that in all you do, all right, ensure that you take small, consistent step daily that lead to massive success over time. In every single thing that you do, ensure you take small step every day. Whatsoever you are building, ensure you have, every single day a building block, one upon the other, because these things later add up to the greater success you desire in the future. All right. Awesome. I believe you've really received value from this personal development class, the Reinvent series, and I hope that you really work on these things. All right. So I hope to see you at the top. I hope to see you in your productive shell. You get what I'm saying? I hope to see you in that energy, achieving great things, great feats, great milestone in life. All right. I'm rooting for you. Don't disappoint God. Don't disappoint your generation. Don't disappoint people that are depending on you. All right. And even don't disappoint me. All right. I've committed this value onto you, and I'm expecting that you will use it. All right. And you'll be productive with it. I hope to see you at the top. See you in the next one. Ensure to like, ensure to subscribe. All right. Share with friends, people you know should listen to this, and also be blessed by it. God bless you. See you in the next one.